All right, let's get to your top story, and that comes in from Bengaluru. Viewers, the National Investigation Agency has now made a shocking revelation in last year's riots in Bengaluru's DJ Halli KG Halli. Listen in to what the charge sheet filed by the NIA is.
August 11th, 2020. A night of arson, vandalism and clashes on the streets of Bengaluru. The violence wasn't spontaneous, it was a pre-planned conspiracy. The National Investigation Agency's 7,000-page charge sheet has blown the lid off a massive plot to spread unrest in the city of Bengaluru during the infamous 2020 riots. The NIA charge sheet has established, first, that the Popular Front of India and the SDPI were involved. Second, that rioters had planned to attack the police station in the area. Third, that rioters used social media groups to spread hate and violence. The NIA has also mentioned in its charge sheet that these rioters were fueled by anger over the Citizenship Amendment Act and NRC.
The PFI, or the Popular Front of India's name, has come up as far as heinous crimes, extremist action and anti-national activities are concerned. There have been demands by several states to ban the organization. However, there is a collation of data against this particular group, and the fact remains that there is a mounting evidence to take action against them.
Now the matter is in the court. So now court will decide regarding the charge sheet, regarding the offences. We are confident that justice will be done.
The PFI-SDPI link has been confirmed months after Congress leaders' role came to light in the riots case.
BJP and the PFI, SDPI are hand in hand. They are two sides of the same coin.
ये नथिंग बट आरएसएक्स फैक्ट फाउंडिंग रिपोर्ट है। जब कर्नाटक में एनआईए की टीम इन्वेस्टिगेशन के लिए आई थी, इनके दांतों में एसडीपीआई का नाम था, हाथों में ब्लैंक पेपर और पेन को देकर इनको भेजा गया था।
Ex-Bengaluru Mayor Sampath Raj is out on bail, but he remains one of the main accused in the riots conspiracy.
As the probe deepens in the August riots case, the NIA charge sheet makes it very clear that the riots were pre-planned and a conspiracy to create unrest in the heart of Bengaluru. With Kamaljit in Delhi, this is Nolan Pinto for India Today, Bengaluru.
All right, let's quickly move on to the other developing story that we're keeping a very keen eye on. Lakha Sidhana. Must have heard of the name, especially where what went down on 26 January, where the fallout of the farmers' protest was concerned. Well, he's the prime accused in the Republic Day violence case. Lakha Sidhana was actually spotted at a farmers' rally in Bhatinda. Sidhana, on the run since January 26, openly dared the Delhi police. He, along with actor Deep Sidhu, have been named in an FIR connected with the Red Fort violence. The two have been accused of instigating the protesting farmers to stop the historic monument and to storm the historic monument and hoist a religious flag there. Lakha Sidhana carries a reward of 1 lakh for his arrest. All right, meanwhile, let's quickly now shift focus to the state of West Bengal, 2 months away from elections, viewers, and lots of politics and the fallout of that. The latest coming in on the big showdown where the Central Bureau of Investigation grilling Mamata Banerjees' nephew, Abhishek Banerjees' wife, Rujira Narula Banerjee. She was grilled for an hour and a half in connection with the coal smuggling case. The CBI team reached Abhishek Banerjees' house at 11:38 a.m. and wound up their probe at 1:11 p.m. But ahead of grilling, Mamata's visited nephew's house to show her support in solidarity and to him and his wife. She stayed at the house for a few minutes and came out with grandniece and left alone. Yesterday, the probe agency had grilled Abhishek Banerjee's sister-in-law, Menaka Gambhir, in the same case for 3 hours. CBI sources say that Rujira's name cropped up after some material was found during the raids, hinting at her alleged involvement. right, so this is a story which has understandably massive consumer interest and a political fallout as well. There was a two-day pause, viewers, but today fuel prices across the country were hiked yet again, where petrol in certain parts in various cities of India touched over 100 rupees per litre, which include many where it crossed even 90, like Kolkata, Chennai, Bengaluru, Bhubaneswar, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Patna and Thiruvananthapuram. Petrol prices have already crossed the century mark in cities like Madhya Pradesh, many cities in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. Reacting to the rise in prices, the Union Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said his ministry has consistently been requesting the GST Council to include petroleum products under its purview.
हमारी जो जेब है, हमारी जेब का बजट के हिसाब से पेट्रोल इतना बढ़ गया है कि हमारा जो है ना दिन पर दिन आना जाने में बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, क्योंकि इतना खर्चे बढ़ते जाएंगे। सैलरी तो लिमिटेड है, मगर खर्चे दिन पर दिन इतने बढ़ते जाएंगे तो हमारा तो फिर घर कैसे चलेगा।
निश्चित रूप में अभी की अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बाजार में कच्चे तेलों की दाम में बढ़ने के कारण कंज्यूमर की प्राइस बढ़ी है। ये बात भी सही है, कुछ हिस्सा उसमें टैक्स भी इकट्ठा किया जाता है। केवल भारत सरकार टैक्स नहीं कलेक्शन करती है। माननीय सोनिया गांधी जी की जो दल की शासन राज्य में सबसे ज्यादा टैक्स है, वो राजस्थान हो महाराष्ट्र हो, ऐसे ये समीक्षा करना सिर्फ केंद्र सरकार टैक्स कलेक्शन करती है सही नहीं, और ये बात सही है, टैक्स कलेक्शन भी किया जाता है। हमें उम्मीद है धीरे धीरे प्राइस सॉफ्टन होगा। जिस प्रकार की अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्थितियां बन रही है उसमें कोरोना के कारण जो डिमांड डिस्ट्रक्शन हुई थी उस हिसाब से सप्लाई की भी कटौती हुई थी।
All right, it's come a full circle, 1 full year since the Delhi riots. Investigations are on, allegations, counter-allegations, but caught in the middle as collateral are people who suffered through the carnage. The wounds still afresh. My colleague Ashutosh filed this report.
A year since parts of Delhi burnt under the anti-CAA protests and riots, parts of East Delhi bore the brunt days after assembly elections. Amit and 60-year-old Uma Shankar own this shop, which saw the worst of the communal frenzy. Uma says none of the rioters were locals.
किसी तरह के वैचारिक मतभेद या चीज़ों को लेकर के कि देखिए दंगा हुआ था, ये हिंदू हैं वो मुसलमान हैं।
ना, ऐसा तो कुछ हुआ ही नहीं है, रहा ही नहीं है, पहले भी नहीं था, आज भी नहीं है।
Tea vendors Mehfooz, Nizamuddin and Sarfaraz say communal ties are no longer warm, footfalls have reduced.
आपकी जो चाय की चौपाल होती थी, कितना फर्क अब एक साल में नजर आता है?
बहुत फर्क है भाई, पहले में और अब में बहुत फर्क है। अब तो इतना फर्क है कि पहले से और अब में आधे लोग भी नहीं रहे। जो लोग आ जाते थे या बात करते थे, अब वो बात भी नहीं करते, ना आते हैं।
हम तो इस बात को जानते हैं कि सबसे मोहब्बत, ये कूचा मोहब्बत है, सबसे मोहब्बत का मामला लेकर चलो, इसी के अंदर भलाई का मामला।
Bodies were discovered from a local drain during the riots. Asif, who owns a shop here, says locals stood united even as outsiders attacked them.
एक भी हाँ का नहीं था कोई,
किसी तरफ
ना तो उधर की तरफ ना इधर की तरफ। हमने नहीं देखा भाई, कोई जान पहचान का कोई था ही।
Pavan and Anis are back in their shops, which face each other. While Anis's shop was set on fire, Pavan says he never saw those who indulged in violence.
आपके जो ज़्यादातर कस्टमर हैं वो हिंदू हैं मुसलमान हैं?
हिंदू हैं, सब हिंदू हैं।
कभी कोई शिकायत भी करता है? एक साल पहले की यादें लोगों को अभी भी अंदर ताज़ा होती हैं?
ना, ऐसा कुछ नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं।
ज़िंदगी लौट आई है पटरी पे, सब कुछ, सारे रिश्ते पहले की तरह।
रिश्ते तो जो के तू है जी, रिश्ते में कुछ नहीं। वो तो टाइम था जो मतलब एकदम से आया।
Entire markets were set ablaze, including the Jamiat Tire Market. While it has reopened, the scars are still visible.
अब यही नहीं पता वो लोग कौन थे, कहाँ के थे। खटास तो जब पैदा होती है जी हमें पता हो गया जी, फला बंदा था, पड़ोसी था, ये था, वो था।
If I could remember those images post the violence, here it was only and only smoke. The life has back on track, the business is gearing up, but those memories, those horrific images, the people of this market would never be able to forget.
Can Delhi put the horrific past behind it? Or is the deep divide just too much to bridge? With Ashutosh Mishra in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's just move on to a story that's pretty much won the internet and has at least our room completely agog. And that is a brawl which was caught on camera in Baghpat between two chart sellers. It's pretty much got broken the internet, if I can say. Take a look at this one.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but I will stay and fight. That appears to have been the war cry in Uttar Pradesh's Baghpat yesterday, with chart shop owners clashing spectacularly after squabbling over customers. As shocked spectators stopped to stare, the chaotic group brawled in public, with one shopkeeper quietly filming the ladai, only to send it exploding onto the internet a short while later, turning the Baghpat ke Balwan into instant national heroes. But despite the storm of memes and tributes on social media, this was, after all, a serious incident that had resulted in injuries. And that's why the police had to swoop in and arrest 8 men involved. The most notable of them, this Einstein-haired gentleman in green, who demonstrated surprising fighting power despite his age and build, coming in for huge praise. His iconic hairstyle being compared to Albert Einstein on the one hand and the grumpy professor from Three Idiots on the other. Right before his arrest by the police, bruised and black-eyed, he spoke about the fight.
भैया गांगों के ऊपर हुआ जी।
तुमने ये काम गांगों बुलाते हैं?
जी।
क्या किस तरह बुलाते हैं क्या?
भैया आज रात को बनावे हमारे माल भी वापसी करवा दें। गांग भी दर्जा सामान ले रात का बता रहा हो तो।
कितनी पुरानी दुकान है आपकी?
हमारी कम से कम 40 साल 50 साल होगी।
The brawl has been compared to everything from Bollywood to WWE wrestling. For now, the 8 men remain in police lockup and could be in more trouble for disrupting the peace. It is not clear if they know, however, that they had millions across the country staring into their phones all of Monday, consumed every moment by this full-bodied fight. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, I'm going to go into a quick break with that, but do stay with me. Up next is our fact check segment. Welcome back. You're watching a fact check segment where we bust certain claims masquerading to be facts on social media platforms and WhatsApp groups. There's an image. You might have possibly got it as a WhatsApp image, which seemed to suggest that while Yogi Adityanath was on his election campaign in Kerala, the locals got together and formed a lotus. False. Nothing like that happened in Kerala. Nothing like that happened in Yogi Adityanath's rally. This image is all the way back in April 2015. From April 2015. So that's the fact check on this image. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of News. But do stay with me. Up next is To The Point, and we are going to focus on the scathing observation by the Sessions Court while giving Disha Ravi bail. Stay with me. Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.